Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's doing okay today. Before we start, my name is Nikki and I'm really excited to be filming this video. I really didn't know if I was going to be filming my goals because I tend to be quite protective of them. But I thought, you know what, I really like watching them. Let me post them and see if anyone gets any ideas from it, especially if there's anyone that's like, it's like me, that does like has like a double life. Some housekeeping. My nails, they are super damaged and I've just been trying to keep them naked and trying to grow them out again after I did dip, so please don't make any comments about them. I'm sensitive. Anyways, let's get started. So I'm gonna open this so you guys can see what I did. The reason why I got the comment planner was because of this page, the goal breakdown page, plus like these ones as well. Plus like I liked it and I like there's a lot of reasons I like the comment planner. If you're wondering, go look at that video where I talk about that. But this page was super cool to me, and as you can see, or let me zoom you in so you might see it better, I ended up whiting out a bunch because I kind of went into this page willy-nilly seeing what I wanted to do, but I didn't actually think of what was important to me next year to actually achieve. So I ended up whiting out everything, and then like a lot of people have recommended, I ended up sitting down and thinking of what I wanted to achieve in the next year, and I kind of like brainstormed and then kind of wrote it out. Some things I had to come to terms with was that not every goal is going to have like a monthly or quarterly or half year goal. Some they just don't. But yeah, so let's get into it. The first thing that I noticed when I started, there were some things that like were desires I have and things that I really want to make sure that happen. Like I hope that everyone in my family is happy and healthy, and myself is included, and also that I match. But those are things at this point that are not in my control, so I'm trying to let go of that. And the only thing I'll be keeping here are things that are in my control, because unfortunately, I can't do anything to promote that everyone in my life is happy and healthy. I can just, you know, control my own actions. So how I divided it, as you can see, personal, even though obviously all of these are personal because they're my goals, these are kind of like miscellaneous, and that's where I was just kind of put like everyone is happy and healthy, that I match, and also some daily things, daily habits that I want to keep doing that aren't related to writing my book, the health, or content creation. So let's do this. Also, there's some things like, for example, my finance. I'm sure I'm going to have more finance goals when I'm actually earning money and I'm not a student anymore, but again, I don't know what that's going to be like. Everything depends on where I move, the affordability of the place that I move to, and my salary. So the good thing is that because I'm only saying 4 goals, I'll have 2 extra that in the middle of the year I can add on or throughout the year. So let's do this. So the first thing that I'm going to use is the personal column. Again, I don't write beautifully, but that's okay. And then, so for my someday, that's the only place I'm really going to put like the things that I really want to make sure happen, even though they're out of my control completely. I hope that everyone that I love is happy and healthy, as well as match. I've mentioned this in a couple of my other videos, but the match is the residency matching service. Is like a dating program, but for residencies when you graduate medical school. So there's that. And then for my daily column, I would like to read. So like I thought, like, do I have to write every day? I'm not gonna do that. Since obviously it's in the daily column, it means every day. So I'm just gonna put read. I like it when I read every day. I feel better when I read every day. And the second thing that I want to do daily is French. So I love languages. I think that's like kind of like a love that got away during my tenure in academia. During high school, I loved speaking French, and I was in French for 2 years, and I was pretty good at it, I would say. And then during college, then I took Korean. Very different. I should have probably just taken French again, but I was really into K-dramas, K-pop, and Korean culture, so I really wanted to take the language. And I was also like pretty decent at it, but I really want to pick those languages back up, especially as I enter the workforce and I might, you know, meet patients that only speak French or only speak Korean, and I could be more of service. But I thought I would start with French just because French is the most similar to Spanish, and I think that if I have the routine of learning a language and working on it, and there's a lot more material accessible to me, I can start building in Korean later on. But very different languages. I just wanted to, you know, practice. Something that's also on this one is that I want to just be a better person. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I think that I want to be like, you know, I want to reach my final form, but obviously, like, I don't think it's also fair for one to constantly be in the pursuit of improvement. I think that's unrealistic and unfortunate that our society makes us feel like we don't have what it takes to be good right now. So anyways, So the second goal that I want to work on, and originally I put it here, but I think that since my health is more important to me next year, especially like when I start residency, my time is going to get more restricted again, but my health is the next thing. And if you don't like talking about numbers, weight, all that, skip to the next section. I will mark it in the timestamps below, but I'm going to start talking about it. So my overall goal is to feel healthy and fit and good, because recently by recently I mean like the last 2 or 3 years, I don't feel good. If that makes sense. I don't feel as mobile. I don't like, my joints hurt. I feel like I don't get as active as I wish I could, especially like after being in a hospital. It's really important to take care of your health, and the choices you make now at the end of the day reflect later on in your life, and you can really see that when you see patients a lot, especially as someone that is so young still. I'm only 25, but yes. So I really just want to focus on making that sort of a lifelong lifestyle. That was redundant, but I really want to make sure that it's something that I always keep in mind and that I try my hardest to maintain throughout my life. So there's no time like the present. So I'm gonna write that in the someday. Hello, editing Nikki here. So I am actually doing a voiceover of this part because I realized that I was getting a bit too personal and open about like health things that aren't anyone's problem on the internet. So yeah, I like to be candid on my channel, but I think that there is a level of, boundaries that should be kept, especially when it comes to health and personal things like that. So anyways, I hope you enjoy the rest of it about how I'm gonna do it and some of my philosophies when it comes to nothing that I say should be taken as professional medical advice. So let's just continue the video. Weight loss, at the end of the day, for it to be sustainable, should be done slowly. Any sort of crash diet is gonna boomerang back, unfortunately. Just has that tendency. The people that can keep it off, they are the exceptions, not the rules. So just putting that out there in case you have some sort of weight loss goals yourself. Don't make the goals like super strict on yourself, because at the end of the day, you're just gonna hurt yourself, and you're gonna end up gaining it back, because weight loss is like that. Lose 10 to 12 quarterly. And obviously if I get to a point, I think that's like goes without saying, if I get to a point where I'm like, I'm really happy at this weight and I'm maintaining it very well, I'll stop there. I don't think that like you should be very focused, at least I'm not very focused anymore on the sort of number on the scale sort of thing. I just want to make sure that I'm happy with my body and everything like that. And also there's a whole argument, no, I'm not going to get into it right now, maybe another time. So how am I going to achieve this? I think that like is, I can put these goals, but like at the end of the day, I need to make sure that I'm doing things to achieve them. And that's why like these sorts of goals are really hard for me to like conceptualize, because I can't do anything to make sure that I match. Like I've already done what I can. I want to work out 4 times a week. So I'm gonna put work out 4 times a week. And daily, I would like to increase my step goal, but I'm just gonna put it as walk 10 minutes outside, weather permitting. Additionally, I would like to focus on eating whole foods and work on the nutrition aspect of it, because I'm someone that doesn't eat red meat. So I really have always struggled to get enough protein in my diet, and I do think that sometimes my diet can be processed because I'll be rushed in the office or in the hospital and it doesn't actually let me eat healthy. So I am going to be focusing on eating more whole foods and cooking more. So I don't know if I'll cook, but I'm gonna try to cook more. So the good thing is that like these sort of daily columns will give me a good idea of what should be on my tracker. Also the weekly columns as well. If I worked out 2-3 times in the 4 times a week, that's good for me. Like right now I'm working maybe 1 or 2 times a week and I don't feel like it's nearly enough. Like I definitely feel just like my mobility is just really shot right now. So the next thing that I'm gonna be working on is the book, the book I'm writing. So my someday goal is I am a fantasy writer and published. I do think if you've seen any of my videos when it comes to writing, I have been working on this project since NaNoWriMo and I haven't really picked it back up, but my goal, and it was my goal to finish it this year, but it really did not end up happening with other projects that I had going and cooking in the oven. So I ended up making it for next year. That's like a big goal of mine. That's why it's right under my health. And I honestly really would like to get it done by the half-year mark, just because once I start residency, it's going to be harder to write. My someday goal is to be a writer published, and what else did I need? So in the 1 year, I would like to at least have a finished complete full draft that I can publish. So I'm going to write that. So that means like with editing, developmental edits, proofreading, everything. Whether or not I publish it, that's a different thing. So like maybe it's scheduled for 2024, but have it completely done. I don't know if publishable is a word. And then the half year for that is I want to have finished my book by the half of my year mark. I feel like since this is like a project, it's the easiest one for me to write like actionable steps to do that. And then my quarterly goals is actually something that I have not done before, but I think it will really help. I think it'll help because I've seen my mom do them. She's a published author. I'll link her. Her book's always linked down below in the show notes. Not the show notes. What are the show notes? I'm thinking of a podcast. Oh my god, no. Of the video, description box, whatever, you know where to look. She does a lot of like craft conferences and she goes to them, and I ended up signing up for a subscription service that really gives you access to a lot of them. So my goal is to take one craft class per quarter. So I don't have to write per because it's in the quarterly goals. I think that's like a manageable. If I do more than one, like fine, but if I don't, also fine. Then the next one that I have is edit once weekly. So I'm gonna be writing every day. That's my daily goal for this. Write every day. At least it could be one word, but I have to write every single day. And then the weekly goal is to edit weekly. So like one time a week. So, Jesus. And then it would be write. I don't have to write daily because obviously it's daily. There. Okay. And then the last goal is my content. So that includes like anything I make for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm definitely take YouTube the most seriously because it's what I enjoy doing the most. My overall goal is to make valuable content that people enjoy watching and people get value off. So I'm going to write that in. And then my 1 year goal would be at least double my subscriber count. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. But yes. As I'm filming this, I actually reached 800 followers and I'm so grateful. One of my goals for this year, 2022, was to get to 1,000 followers. And I would say November, I was like, that's never gonna happen. Like I'm growing too slowly. But with some of my journal content, it's really shot up. And honestly, I really like doing this sort of content because right now, like if you could see me, I look like a crazy person. And I like being able to talk a lot. And I feel like this sort of content gives me that platform to do so. So thank you so much if you're watching and if you've enjoyed my journaling content. And I swear I'm going to be still doing like reading content and writing content. It just takes more to edit and takes more to film. This is just a lot easier for me right now. So quarterly, something that I want to institute is that I want to take a 2-week break from creating content automatically, just schedule it into my calendar every quarter. That I think will give me a little bit of more room for managing burnout, and I think it'll be really good for my mental health. So especially because I don't want this ever to feel like I am doing a job, because this isn't my job. This is something I do for fun and I don't want to lose that, so I'm just gonna write that in. Monthly, I don't really have anything, but weekly, I do want to upload 1 video a week, and I want to really work on posting more on Instagram. If you haven't, oh no. I hope that's good. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do. I'm going to try to post more there, and that's one of my goals, to at least post once a week and see if I can get into the rhythm of it. I like Instagram. The issue is that I got really overwhelmed when they started making Reels a thing, and it makes it just feel like a lot of work and not very genuine. I also am really like active on TikTok, but like TikTok is like where I like go and like shoot the shit, to say it kindly. Weekly, I would like to upload 1 video, and in Instagram, upload 1 post. And then TikTok, I don't really have goals because I literally, like, some days I upload 3 videos a day, some days I upload 0. So it really just depends, but I am more active there. And daily, I don't really have any daily things. I don't want to be creating content daily. I think when you're doing creativity stuff, you need to always give yourself time to, you know, reset. So this is what my goals look like. I hope this helped give you maybe some direction. One thing I would recommend, don't like write it in directly, but when you get it, because you get excited, this is definitely going to be influencing how I use this spread, which is my priorities page. So obviously, I don't know if I'll film that. I don't think I will. If you want to see it, let me know. But I might just film it or show it when I've finished it so I can show you how I used it, because I think it's going to be definitely a trial and error sort of thing. And I hope this helped. I hope that if you are thinking of goals, that this gave you some ideas. I think at the end of the day, the most important thing with goals is that while you might have things that like you really want to achieve, like for example, I would love to double my subscriber count, but do I really have control over that? Not really. But what can I control? I can control the type of content I make, the frequency in which I post, the quality of my videos. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know where it would fit though. I really want with my content to improve upon it. But like that would have probably gone in this one. Where should I put it? I'll put it in the half year. I'll just put it here. Improve videograph. And this is more for like my vlogs and stuff. Some people make the most interesting vlogs recently. I've really been enjoying Jen Im's newest vlogs. I think that they look super cool. I'm gonna be getting some goodies for that. But overall, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what your goals are for the new year. And I hope that whatever you do, that you stay happy and do things that work for your lifestyle. I would not be able to do these sorts of goals if I didn't have, you know, the first half of the year. That is my 4th year of medical school, which is my least severe one, because the last 2 summers and 3 years, basically, I've been completely burnt out to the bone, and all I was doing was trying to survive. So, you know, remember there's seasons in life. Some years you're not going to be able to be the most productive, but just make sure that you're staying happy and healthy. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's a video you'd like to see from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!